Hello and welcome back to Planescape Torment with me, Bardon, the Nameless One, and Mort here. So it's been quite a while since I played the game. It won't be quite a while since the last episode for you, but it certainly has been a while for me. I think we've talked to everyone in here, so we're gonna leave and then see what trouble we can get ourselves into outside. And as always, I'll remind you that I'm not very good at voices, and any voices that I do will change.
Gone.
Looks like the Dusty's lost one of them data.
Okay, so let's see. Hive Dweller. Okay, so Hive Dwellers, they're not all that interesting to talk to, I guess. How about you, though? You look a bit weird. Okay. Davos. Hello, Davos. You see a tall creature with a shock of white hair. Its skin has a greenish cast, and a pair of goat horns protrude from its forehead. It is dressed in long flowing robes and appears to be floating slightly above the ground. Greetings. The creature turns to face you, and a series of symbols appear around its head. The symbols have a slight glow about them, and they just hover there. Okay? Oh, for the power's sake, piking Davos. What's wrong? He's a Davos. They speak in rebuses. These annoying word puzzles. If you don't know what he's saying, then we better find a native or some other way to communicate with him. If we want to. An annoying bunch. My bet, they can speak. They just would rather piss everyone else off by trying to puzzle out what they're saying. What's a Davos? Chant is they're janitors for the Lady of Pain. They float around, breaking, fixing, and patching up Sigil according to her whims. They're worse than corpse flies. You can't swat them though, or the lady'll get upset. Lady of Pain? Who's that? She runs this city. You'll know if you see her. She's got these blades around her face. She's around the size of a giant, and she floats off the ground, just like these guys. Mort nods at Davos, who's looking at you both. Nobody knows much about her. She doesn't speak much. All you need to know is that you don't want to make her angry. If you see her, my advice, run. I see. Davos waits patiently, its hands tucked into its sleeve. A series of symbols materialize above its head, then they vanish and a question mark appears. Mort, can you translate what he's saying for me? Mort scoffs. I'd sooner be strained through a Tanari's bowels than unravel what these floating goat-headed are trying to say. You want a translator? Find a Sigil native. I see. The Davos waits patiently, its hands tucked into its sleeves. Okay, so there again. Okay, so let's try to strike up a conversation. You ask the Davos several questions, trying to get a feel for the rebuses that appear above its head. It is extremely patient throughout your discussion, giving you easy sentences to translate. After a few minutes, you start to get the hang of it. It feels like you've done this before. Maybe you can help me. The Davos waits. Who are you? The Davos inclines his head slightly, and a stream of symbols appear above his head. I am Davos. I had another question for you. What are you doing? A batch of symbols appear above the Davos's head, I attend to my duties. Okay. Can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? A lone symbol appears above the Dabbas's head. This one shows a metallic female mask with blades coming out of the sides. Just looking at the ghostly image makes you uncomfortable. Okay, I think that's all we need to do then. Let's leave that guy alone. Okay, thank you very much for that. There's another Dabbas there. Okay, looks like this is as far as we can go down this way. Okay, and that might actually be a dead end, so let's start heading back up this way then. So what's this over here? Let's go in here. Oh, and as usual, I only remember that I need a timer now. Okay, let me check. Okay, we're at about 6 minutes now. Okay, so let me get my timer going. Okay, so what have we got in here? This brazier has long since run dry of oil. Only ashes remain in the bottom.
All right.
Okay. Okay, what's here? So we've got 10 copper commons and Pen's note. Okay, let's grab the copper commons. Okay, and then Pen's note. Okay, and I think we need to give some stuff to Mort as well. Yeah, let's do that in a minute though. Let's finish that. Let's go to our inventory and start giving some of this to Mort. There you go, Mort. Don't know how the skull is able to carry that much, but it's very nice that he can. There we go. Okay, Pen's note. This note has been written with remarkable penmanship upon the finest parchment. Well, remarkable penmanship, that's certainly not something I have. First of all, I'm left-handed and I'm dyslexic, so my penmanship leaves a lot to be desired. Vaxus, if you're reading this, then you have undoubtedly failed in your task and have been forced to use the escape route I arranged. I told you that your little disguise idea was ridiculous. In any case, you need to lay low for a while. The Dustmen may be deluded, but they are not fools, and they will certainly seek retribution for our intrusion. I've left you some coins. Use them to secure a hiding place in the hive, preferably in Ragpicker Square. The Dustmen will be unwilling to look for you there. Okay, that's interesting to know. Once you have secured a new hiding place, I have a new mission for you. Find out where Farad is getting those bodies he's delivering to the mortuary. It's apparently causing the Dustmen a great deal of upset, and I wouldn't mind knowing myself. Reports are that stone-faced Dustman at the Gathering Dust Bar, Initiate Emmerich, I think the fool's name is, has been sending out finders to try and mark Farad's movements. See if you can find out how far along he is and hinder his efforts until we know more about Farad's activities. I don't want Emmerich finding out something before we do. Pen. So this note is to Vaxus. So Vaxus is the guy that we discovered who inside the mortuary who was pretending to be a zombie. Okay, so that's pretty interesting to know. Now, I think we've basically taken everything we can from in here. Yep, so let's get ourselves out. Okay, now,
all right.
Let's start going up this way. So can we maybe go over this side? I'm not sure how much of the map extends this way. Actually, we could look at the map, couldn't we? Where is our map? Map screen, okay. Oh, so there's something here as well. Angyar's house. Or Angyar's house. Okay, so we'll go check that out in a minute. We've already gone to the Gathering Dust Bar and we've already been in these places. Okay. Yeah, so that looks like it's the extent of where we can go there. So let's come down here to Angyar's house then. Ah, here's the door. Okay, good. Let's get ourselves in here. Okay, apparently only... Oh no, Mort is just walking faster than us. I thought only Mort was coming. And then we have to wait for the nameless one to get to us. And then in we go. Okay, so this is small dwelling. So...
Alright.
We got Angyar here, so let's talk to Angyar. This man looks haunted. His eyes are half lidded, as if he has had trouble sleeping, and his hair is long and unkempt. His beard is flecked with bits of dead skin and old bits of food. He doesn't seem to notice you as you approach. Greetings. The man glances up at the sound of your voice, and his slack expression vanishes. It looks like someone has lit two fires in his eyes. What be your business bargaining into me house? What be your business barging into me house? His eyes narrow and his teeth clench. Get, or I'll send you back to the wherever grave you crawled from. Okay, so we say go ahead and try. So that's going to start a fight. Okay, no one speaks to me that way. Take back your words or this house will become a crypt. Calm yourself, I had some questions. Yeah, I think those two... That one, we're going to start a fight. This one we could maybe intimidate him and avoid a fight or potentially cause a fight. And this one, hopefully we can calm him down a bit. So, calm yourself, I had some questions. The man's face turns blood red and he begins shouting. Are you daft? With a snarl he spits at your feet. You filthy scar-ridden dog. Off with you, or even the powers won't be able to save your hide. Go ahead and try if you think you have the strength. Farewell then. Yeah, let's not start a fight with him. The man throws a parting shot at your back. You'd best never cross me door again, you wretched stinking bastard. Okay, let's just leave him be. This is his wife. Okay, maybe she's a bit nicer than him. This woman looks to be in her middle years, and her hair has streaks of grey running through it. Lines of worry crisscross her face. As she sees you, she seems torn between asking you to leave and calling for the man at the table. Greetings. Ye'd best leave, for I call me husband. He won't take kindly to ye having barged your way into our house. Calm down, I just had some questions. She glances towards her husband, worry in her eyes. I have not the time, stranger. Do not be troubling me with such things. Excuse me, are you all right? Me? She seems surprised. Oh, aye. She lowers her voice. You'd best leave. Me husband has not been himself of late. You'd best not provoke him with your presence. I spoke with him. He seems troubled. What's wrong with him? He's been out of sorts of late. A touch of the cough, maybe. She gives an unconvincing half shrug. What's really wrong with him? I think he's done something he regrets. Her worried expression melts into despair. I think he signed one of the dead contracts. I cannot imagine what possessed him to do such a foolish thing. Dead contracts? The dead, the dustmen, have contracts that give them the right to someone's body after they die. What did the dustmen do with the body after death? We kind of know all this information, but it's the only way to continue the conversation without just leaving her, so let's continue. Animated with black magics. Turn it into one of the walking dead. Make it a worker till she looks at her husband helplessly, till it rots away. Why did your husband sign such a thing? He may have been goat eager to bring home some more jink than custom. He's prideful, But I think he's hurt himself more by doing so. Can't this contract be undone? She looks at you surprised and sighs. I've tried. I've spoken to the dustman he did the signing with, but he's cold and chill, like all the Dusties. He even lectured me on me husband, as if I had no right to try and help him. Her lips become a tight, thin line as it pictures in the dustman's face. He was cold, cruel, he was. Let me see what I can do. Who was this dustman your husband signed a contract with? The Dusty calls himself Gravesend. Or maybe Gravesend, I don't know. I know not his first name. He has a table at the Dustman Bar in the Hive. Gathering Dust, I believe the place is named. You can most like find him there, trying to get more people to sign his contracts. I'll seek him out then. Where's this Gathering Dust Bar?
Updated my journal.
Head out to street outside, go to the memorial stone, then head south and west from there. She taps her finger against her chin. You should run right into it. There's one of them, her face is wrinkled in disgust, walking corpses out front. Very well, I'll go see what I can do. I won't turn away such a friendly gesture. She seems grateful, then her wordy expression returns. But I must ask ye not to let on I ask ye to do such a thing. Me husband has a terrible temper, and if he were to find out, she shudders. Okay, so I think we're gonna vow. We could lie, but I think we're gonna vow. I promise that your husband will not find out. Thank ye, stranger. I appreciate your help. It's no trouble. I'll go see about undoing your husband's contract now. Okay? So let's get ourselves out the door. Where is that? There we go. So back to the Dustman's Bar with us then. Here we are. Okay. Let's get ourselves over here. Yeah, Mort works much faster than the nameless one. Maybe there's a lot of advantage to just being a skull. Okay, so we're looking for Gravesend or Gravesend. Here we go. Mortai Gravesend. Ah, traveller. Mortai smiles as he sees you. We meet again. And how may I help you on this fine Sigilian day? He looks hopeful. Come to sign the contract, perhaps. Are you the one who signed the dead contract with Angyar? Mortai frowns. He looks puzzled. Mayhap. He thinks for a moment. I do not recall the name, however. I would like to settle that contract. Mortai looks wary. I'm afraid that's impossible. The contract is signed, settled and binding. Okay, so we can say the contract is tearing the man's life apart. The contract is tearing the man's life apart. It is causing him distress. It is possible that he may not even be able to approach the true death with such emotions churning in his mind. Is there any way I might be able to settle the contract with you? So we could bluff him. So which one? Is there any way I might be able to settle the contract with you? Mortai shakes his head. It is now a matter of law, not a matter for discussion. But the contract is tearing the man's life apart. Okay, let's do this one. But the contract is tearing the man's life apart. It is causing him distress. Is it possible that he may not even be able to approach true death with such emotions churning in his mind? Mortai chews it over for a moment. It looks like you've negotiated him into a corner. I cannot. It is a matter of law, my friend. Besides, the burden lies upon the signer to overcome his own feelings in order to reach the true death. I cannot... Okay, so let's go with number one. I don't want to threaten him. So what you're saying is that you'll deny him true death for the sake of a piece of parchment? Mortai sighs and holds up his hands as if to placate you. Look, it is not how you are making it out to be. You obviously hold the philosophy of the Dustmen in contempt to damn a man's soul over a piece of paper. Do other members of your faction know of your conduct in this regard? If not, they soon will. Okay, let's try that. Mortai glares at you for a moment, opens his mouth, closes it, then opens it again. By the 9 hells, wait here. He drops his voice to a whisper. And keep your bone box latched. He gives an angry scowl and stomps off. Okay, let's wait. Okay, 500 experience for that, that's nice. A few seconds later, he returns. He's holding a dusty piece of parchment, which he gives to you. Here, he sniffs disdainfully. All for a man's peace of mind. Now begone and nettle me with your preachings no longer. I will leave, for now. Farewell, Mortai. Nice, so it looks like we sorted that out. Let's get ourselves out the door. And then let's head on back to Angyar's wife.
Looks like Dusty's lost one of the deaders.
Okay, get ourselves inside. Okay, so we need to talk to her, not him, because if he finds out that we helped, I don't think things will work out too well. Angyar's wife looks up hopefully as you approach. Were ye able? Yes, I was able to get the contract from Mortai. Here it is. She looks relieved and her eyes become misty. Oh, by the powers, you must be a diva in disguise to do such a thing for someone you barely know. So we could maybe extort her, but we'll just give her the contract.
Updated my journal.
Nay, nay, you could show me husband the contract. Say that you got it for him, but don't say how. I'd appreciate it. Very well, I'll show it to him then. Okay, so let's talk to Angyar. You see Angyar, he doesn't look any better than before. As you approach him again, he turns slowly to face you, his face tightens. Ye again? Didn't ye hear me the first time, you pox-ridden dog? Get out of me house, or help the powers, I'll carve ye where ye stand. Okay, let's just show him the contract, because the rest is probably going to start some kind of fight. As you pull out the contract, the blood drains out of Angyar's face. For a moment, he seems at a loss for word, then his temper quickly resurfaces. Where did you get that? By the powers, you'd best tell me. I took it from a dustman named Mortai. It has your name on it. Angyar can't seem to take his eyes from the contract. Why do you bring it to me? He looks suspicious. To ransom it. Let's tear up the contract.
Updated my journal.
You tear up the parchment and Angyar's eyes follow the bits of paper as they float to the ground with a desperate look. He shudders slightly, then straightens, as if a great weight was lifted from him. He looks like he's about to thank you, then stops and stares at you suspiciously. Nothing's free, not in the hive, Cutter. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Consider this free and expect a lot of rules in the hive to change while I'm around. I might need a favor in the future. Could you help me? Well, if you feel the need to pay me. Yeah, let's just say favor, because we did him a favor. Favor for a favor is fair enough. And, you know, it's just a case of if I need something in the future, maybe you can help me. Not you're bound to do it. Okay. I might need a favor in the future. Could you help me? I'd answer me life to one man already, and I'm not about to do it again. He shakes his head. We'll settle the debt now. Okay, I could use a place to rest. There's no debt. Angyar considers free. Farewell. Very well. If you feel the need to pay me, then I could use some questions answered. Yeah, let's just get some information from him. Angyar nods. Ask your questions. Can I ask why you signed the Dustman contract? Perhaps it's the sheer amount of riches and wealth that surrounds ye that distracts ye. He snorts. We have less than nothing, and I needed a jink. Didn't seem to matter too much at the time where it might come from, and selling me body to the Dusties is a lot more honest than most work around here. What caused you to change your mind? It's jest, he sighs. I saw one of them zombies on the streets a half month ago. One of them zombies that works for the Dusties, and it stabbed me in me heart. I knew I'd make a mistake. I knew I'd made a mistake. I didn't want to be any part of that after death. We've all had our share of mistakes. Angyar grunts. I suppose so. I had some other questions. I'm looking for a man named Farad. Do you know where I can find him? Angyar nods. Aye. That name be known to me, and not a fond name it is either. What can you tell me about him? He frowns. He's one of them collectors, and one with a long shadow. Has quite a few boys at his beck and call. He may not be Lord of the Realm, but he's not a smart one to tangle with. Lord or no. Do you know where I can find him?
Journal.
Aye, but I wouldn't be doing ye a favour telling it to you. His frown deepens. One of me kin fell into his lot a few months back and spilled some of the dark of old Farad. To hear tell, Farad's actually got his kip buried somewhere under Ragpicker Square. To get to it, there's some kind of portal you need to jump through while carrying some junk in your hand. Where's Ragpicker Square? It's a few blocks from here. Go straight west from the mortuary gate. Keep going until you start seeing trash and rags piled up everywhere. You do best to walk careful there. The collectors there don't always wait for a body to die before collecting on the corpse. You hear? Okay, I've some other questions. I've lost a journal of mine. Have you seen one? Angyar frowns and shakes his head. Haven't seen a thing such as that, Cutter. Okay. Do you mind if I rest here? Angyar nods. That's the least I can do. I'll have me wife get some blankets out for you. Thanks. Okay, and then with that rest, we're going to end the episode here. So thank you very much for watching. Myself, the nameless one, I'm Mort. Really do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye.